Hello everyone and welcome. On today's video I'm going to be discussing on Transport for Wales, particularly delivery and ways to improve across Wales. Let's begin. So this video is about Transport for Wales. Years and years of overcrowding issues, particularly on long distance service from South Wales towards Holyhead or Manchester. Been like that for quite some time, despite having new trains, longer trains as well. Doesn't look like there's any much improvement as well. There's still like overcrowding issues that's been happening for quite some time now. So I came up with a little idea as well that could potentially solve a lot of the problems across North and South Wales. So I'm going to start off with the livery of these units, and just basically a dark white and red roof and red doors. Personally, not a fan of this livery at all. I don't like it. Yeah, it doesn't scream Wales to me compared to Scotrail. They've done their liveries properly. It's just their livery represent the Scottish flag, and obviously it serves Scotland. With Wales, it just looks more like a greater Abellio, Greater Wales. The reason why I said that because it looks pretty much like Abellio, Greater Anglia, particularly on like the class 321, just a white train with red doors. So it just looks a bit like that really, so nah, not a fan. So I found some ways to improve delivery of Transport for Wales, and I've done something a little bit different as well, a little bit similar to what I did in my previous video. So what I've done is like split two type of liveries, one livery for metro, commuter and regional service, and one for long distance intercity service, particularly South Wales to Holyhead and Manchester. So with the livery, I'll start off with the more local livery that I will call it. So the livery is just, it's got like a swooping red, and it goes travel across the roof of the train. Of course, the red on the front end as well, and it's also white with red doors, and it's got a green lower part of the body of the train, where it's also got a red stripe as well. So if you go to full screen, you can get a closer look at it. So this would be the livery for like the regional, commuter, maybe and a metro service as well. So that will distance itself away from long distance service. It looks pretty neat. Gives a bit of a Walish flag to it, even though some will say it looks like a Hungarian flag, whatever. So I've put this on the class 197 and the class 231 and 756. So that's the livery for it. On the next livery for the long distance intercity service, I gave it a name for it. I'll call it the Alpha Line Kaimru. The livery will look obviously familiar to you because it looks like Trolls Kaimru. So basically, that will be the bus company, the long distance bus service that travels across Wales. So I thought I could do the same for the train as well, like a long distance travelling across Wales. So why there is called Trolls Kaimru, which translates to near enough to across Wales, why Alpha Line kind of translate to premium intercity. Some may remember Alpha Line Wales and West back in the old days, so that's kind of the thing I'm brought back on it. You can also go full screen as well, so you get more, have a closer look on attention to details I gave to that livery as well. You also notice as well, I put the numbers as well at the end of the carriages, like you can see 2 and 1. So 2 will indicate that as standard class and 1 indicate first class. Now onto the train itself, what you're looking at is a class 897. It is essentially a 5-car version of the 10-car 897, a tri-mode that's currently being built for the East Coast. So the reason why I picked this one is because I feel like it kind of suits it more. along with the rest of the CAF fleet compared to something like the Class 800 or other high-speed train or whatever. So I thought this would be more home to Wales, if you know what I mean. Now, obviously, it's a 125 miles an hour train, and you're never going to see that running across Wales or even into Manchester. But then again, you got Mark IV coaches that's also capable of doing 125 miles an hour, and that could barely go beyond 110. So being a bi-mode, it is a diesel, battery, and electric train, the same as what's currently being built for the East Coast. So it can run on electric between Crewe and Manchester, and there will also be talks from the Wales government a few times about electrifying more lines, particularly between Cardiff and Swansea and along the North Wales coast. So if that ever gets electrified, then you've got the train that's already ready to put the panels up along that line as well. Well, now with these units, it has a first class section and a little bit on a small section of first class on one of the intermediate coaches. It has a full size kitchen as well, as you can see on the picture, as well as has a buffet as well, as you can see by the pink stripe above the doors, just on the second coach down. It also has luggage base and bicycle storage at the front of the train as well, pretty much like the one in the class 397 as well. And I would have the seats more airlined as well, and just a few bays and tables like in the middle section of the coach as well. Unlike the one on the class 397, which is complete opposite, there's more bay tables and less airline seats. So with that, with the buffet and the full size kitchen and the first class, I reckon it will be something kind of, in terms of capacity number, probably similar, or if not a little bit less than the current 5-car class 397. But I've done a bit of a research. I've done a lot of watching and quite a bit of cab rides, and that it is possible these trains can run in 10-car formation. You will see in a map in a moment as well, like which station that can handle a 10-car train. That way the seat capacity will double, and that will obliterate the current capacity on the class 397 and the Mark IV coaches as well. That will solve a lot of a lot of overcrowding issues as well if more of them run in 10-car formation. So having these trains and putting them on long distance service, so from South Wales to Holyhead and Manchester, replacing the class 197 and perhaps the Mark IV coaches as well, make it a more uniform fleet. So for the 197, I don't know how many I'll use the diagram for to North Wales and Manchester. So I'm guessing, this is a rough guess, but I'm guessing at least 15 units from both of those routes combined. So those units will be freed up, and then they can move to other service, particularly some for South Wales and for North Wales as well. So the Manchester to Holyhead and Liverpool to Llandudno, you can see more of them in 5 or 6 carriages long most of the time, as well as Crewe to Wreckham General via Chester, the shuttle that could be run as 4 or maybe longer as well as providing new service as well that I will show you in a sec on the map. In my opinion, they seem more suited on a more regional service or more commuter service than on a long distance service from South Wales to North Wales and the Northwest. And as for the Mark IV, maybe keep a handful of them as well around, maybe extend them to 6 or even 7 car long. Locomotive can either be a class 67 as they're using today, but a little bit more minor technologies, so like new light clusters, destination display like you see on the class 68 for when it was used on Chiltern Railways, and some technology as well for a start stop as well when it's at the station. So you can either use that, carry on using that locomotive, or go something a little bit more beefier, and that would be the class 68 that's currently being withdrawn from Chiltern Railways as well. So there are it is possible that can run with the Mark IV coaches as well. Just may need some minor modification as well to work with those coaches and the DVT. Now here's a map of it as well. This is a map of Alpha Line Cairo. You'll notice as well there are quite a lot of stops that I've removed as well, and I kept some of them as limited stops as well. So I've also come up with other idea for servers as well to fill up those gaps as well that's missed by the Alpha Line service. So as you can see on the map as well, in terms of the being a 10-car train, as I said before, I did have a look at the cab ride and Google and all sorts. So the ones you see on green, those are the station that can handle a 10-car train, whereas Wreckham General, by looking in that station, it could probably fit 7, maybe 8 cars into that station. So the solution for that one would be either having a selected door opening operation on it, or extend the platform as well. And by looking at the station, it would have enough room to extend the platforms as well. You also notice have a service to Liverpool and Manchester Airport as well. I'll start with the Manchester one. So I just made an idea of calling that at Manchester Airport like limited service, like 1 or 2 trains a day. That way it will have a direct link from Manchester Airport towards South Wales. And as for Liverpool, I've also made another idea on that one as well by merging the portion of that train with the Holyhead train, so that could run a 10-car train from Chester right down to South Wales. And of course Liverpool will gain a direct link as well to South Wales, so that would be beneficial for Liverpool as well. In terms of frequency, with the Liverpool, I'll have, well, first of all, I came up with the idea of having a Holyhead train to Owley, between Swansea and Holyhead as Owley, with the Liverpool could run merge with that every 2 hours as a 10-car as far as Chester, and then split 1 to Holyhead, 1 to Liverpool, or a 2 Owley South Wales to Holyhead and a 2 Owley Swansea to Liverpool. And I also made some other ideas as well on other service and the frequency on certain section as well that I worked out on. I may also do another map as well, along with the local trains as well, between Newport and Chester and Crewe. If I do that, I'll post that on one of my community posts as well, so just keep an eye on that as well. So that's pretty much of me of this video. So let me know what you think. Do you like the sound of the train, of the class 897 and the cascading fleet of the 1972 other service as well, to lengthen their service as well, easing the capacity? You reckon it will solve all the problems? And what do you think of the direct service from Liverpool to South Wales as well? Do you like the sound of that idea as well? If so, leave a comment down below. Don't forget as well, leave a like and share this out. Doing so is free, helps the channel grow, and doesn't cost you a thing. And till next time, peace.